KLTSDB, today's hits, yesterday's favorites. It's the Kenny Casey Show on this Friday morning. Thanks a bazillion and 15/16 for rolling into the weekend with us. We do hope you stick around all weekend long. We do.
Every weekend.
It is 70 right now. Staff meteorologist Steve Hamilton said we should make it to 80 before we get this weekend kicked off, but expects a chance of showers throughout the day as well. In the studio, Lampasas Volunteer Fire Department Lieutenant Tanner Steele's in. Good meeting you. I don't guess this is the first time we've ever met.
Yes, sir, this would be the first time.
Or was it? No, we met at AA, I believe.
That might have been.
That may have been AA. Or at the probation office.
May have had a few since then.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Yeah.
It happens.
Of course, Volunteer Fire Department, they're on 4th Street. You share it with the City Fire Department.
We share a house with the City Fire Department.
But you had it first, right?
It was ours first. We were a volunteer fire department first. They just decided to come in and try to take it.
They wanted to hang out with the cool people?
With the cool people.
I get it. I understand. All right. Now you got a brand new. Well, I say brand new. Is it a brand new vehicle?
It's brand new.
Really?
Never
right out of the box.
Currently, it has 736 miles on it.
Really?
Wow.
How'd you wrangle that?
So it took a lot of work. We had to actually go up to Missouri to find it because finding a chassis for a Ford F550 is rather difficult. But
is this all custom made then?
It is custom made. It actually was built by AMI up in Brenham, and they're a fire apparatus builder.
Oh,
so they actually custom built it. Our fire chief, Chief Tim Weinrich, he's at work today, so he couldn't make it in the studio with me, but he actually designed it and spec'd it out himself. And they took his Envision, built it, and then it was several trips back and forth to Brenham getting it spec'd out.
Wow, cool. Did you get to go up and get it, or you had it shipped down here?
So they shipped it down from Missouri, and then they, when it was finished in Brenham, actually on the 15th of this month, Chief and our captain drove up there and picked it up.
And what does this do? What is it? What's the official title to this unit here?
The name of the truck is Squad 10. It's a light rescue and a light brush truck. So it'll be used primarily for medical response. It has all the medical equipment we need on it.
Nice.
We'll go out and use that for quick response for medicals. But also it'll be a secondary response vehicle for grass fires, brush fires. And if, for example, the rescue, our large attack rescue truck, is already out on a car accident, we get another car accident, it also is equipped with all the same rescue and extrication tools like the Jaws of Life, the spreaders, the cutters. It's equipped with all that stuff, so we can also take it to car accidents and be able to extract people out of cars. It's a multi-use vehicle.
That is great.
Now, you're a volunteer fire department inside the city's fire department house.
We shared the upstairs area is the housing area for the city staff. We do have a room up there if we want to stay in the night and run a shift. But downstairs, you have the offices for the chief and the assistant chief and the fire marshal. But we also have the volunteer chief office downstairs as well as our kitchen.
What are your boundaries?
Our boundaries lie, so we neighbor with Adamsville, Kempner, and Lomita. Out towards Kempner, our boundary lies right about where our friend's campground is, about 3060. That's where we lie into Kempner. Volunteer Fire Department takes over. On 580 towards Kempner takes over at 2313, about that area, where 580 turns in 2313. And up towards Adamsville, about 6 miles out of town, up 281. That's where Adamsville takes over. 183 towards Lomita, they take over about again another 6 miles out. That's where Lomita takes.
Well, I was thinking I lived in the Kempner Fire District, but I guess I don't. I'm in Lampasas. Oh, okay, that's good to know.
And we also
know who to suck up to now.
Yeah. We also have an ESD contract with Burnett County. Because Burnett
what's an ESD?
The Emergency Service District.
Okay.
They're an ESD. It's also it's a tax way of them getting funds for their department. But where their nearest department is quite far out from this end where Burnett County starts at the high school. So we're a lot closer. So we have a contract with them that we help them and mutual aid into their county as well when they can't get here as fast, since we're a lot closer. And then when they get here, they take over.
Now, I understand you have a ceremony coming up next Saturday. Now, this is something fairly new to me. I didn't even know this tradition existed.
Yeah, so it's called a push-in ceremony. It actually goes back to the early days of firefighting. Back in the day, we of course didn't have automobiles. So fire trucks, just like anything else, were horse-drawn. So actually down at the fire station at 4th Street, we recommend anyone to come by and check it out. When you first walk in the foyer, it's quite historical. You walk in, we have a piece of the Twin Towers that's actually there on the ground, one of the support beams that's outside. We have
really?
We do. We have our original fire bell that's outside. And then when you walk in, you'll see our original wagon. It was actually our horse-drawn fire wagon that had all the fire hose and the fire hose right on the front of it. when we were founded back in 1880. And
So that was part of Lampasas.
right, it was.
Really?
And
I
back
thought
then
it was
it
just
was
a
100% volunteer.
decoration that
Nope,
was put in there.
It was actually an in-service wagon. And back in the day, of course, with no automobiles, you couldn't drive it into the station. So the ceremony would be outside at the station when it got delivered, and then every one of the firefighters would take and push that wagon into the station, and that would mark it being put into service. Now, of course, vehicles can drive under their own power, and the city, I'm sure y'all know, just got a new engine.
I know.
They did that same thing when they got their engine about a month ago. They pushed it in, of course, with how heavy it is. They put it in reverse and they pushed,
Yeah.
they pushed it. With ours, I think we're actually going to try to push it. It's not quite as heavy as an engine, but to follow tradition of fire department heritage, because, you know, we're, as firefighters, we're deep into our tradition and heritage of firefighting. So we're going to put it in neutral and try to push that sucker into the station.
Uphill?
It's a pretty level slope. It's a little uphill, but not too much.
Oh, okay.
So
So you're going to do it from the front of the fire station?
from the front of the
instead
fire
back.
station, we're going to push it backwards in. There's going to be someone inside of it just in case we can't, so they can kick it in reverse.
Yeah, that would
and
suck.
we'll still push it, but they'll have the lights on. To start the ceremony, we're going to have, starting about 11:15, we're going to have food and refreshments. It's undetermined what we want to cook yet. We're either going to do burgers or pulled pork sandwiches. We're deciding. But we're going to have food, chips, and then we'll kick it off with a opening prayer, and Chief will speak on it. We'll tell the community about the fire truck, and then once we close out with another prayer, we'll push the truck in, have an open house. Everyone bring their kids. They can climb all over the fire trucks. They can come check out the station, see the history of the fire department.
I'll bring all my kids.
They can even help push the truck if they want.
Oh yeah, I got plenty of them.
and then another tradition is all the kids that climb on it have to wash it afterwards.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
'Cause,
no,
you know,
that's a good one.
You see us washing fire trucks a lot. That's like 85% of the job is just washing the truck.
Nice.
You know, I'm starting to believe you too, because you guys get out there. Those things look like they just rolled off the showroom floor.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
usually the only time they're dirty is if it's bad weather and it's raining constantly.
Yeah.
That's the only time we don't wash them. But usually after every fire, anytime they get dirty, we wash the truck.
So, okay. So is that a daily thing as well? Once you get finished with your coffee, you get out there and clean the...
If it needs it,
Yeah.
we'll go out and wash it. For us, since we're volunteer, we don't have any set shifts. But like myself and Chief Weinrich, we'll go up there, run shifts on weekends. I get off work usually every day after work. I go up to the station and I'll take care of trucks around the station. And then we'll either wash them, we'll put stuff in service, whatever we need to do.
So you have a full-time job as well.
I do.
As being a volunteer fire.
Busy. Thank you for your service.
Of course, thank you.
And so if you're working all day and the tones go off, are you able to leave the
So
work?
I actually work on the installation. So it's about a 30-minute drive for me. So if it's a quick call that I know will be over and completed by the time I get here, I won't leave work, because Chief actually works from a home office here in town, and he does have discretion. He can leave his work and come back. So he'll take and cover calls. We also have our Captain Scott. He's retired, so he has all the free time in the world to come and run calls. He's actually one of our oldest active members. He turned 71 this year, and he can still probably run circles around me. I've been in several burning fires with him, and he just keeps trucking at 71 years old.
Well, good. You can get him to wash the truck, everything.
No, he's a
Okay.
captain. He's a captain, so I get to watch.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
He eats his pulled pork sandwiches
Right.
while he watches. Okay. Now, how many volunteers do you have?
We have currently 16 active members.
Really?
Right.
Nice.
But of course, again, we always need more volunteers. People with different availabilities, because some people work night jobs, so it makes them available during the day. People work day jobs, makes them available during the night. Some people don't have bosses that let them leave work. Like for me, if it's something major, I am the boss. So at my job, so I
Yeah.
can leave work.
There you go.
But that's why I'm here this morning. So I'm able to be here for it. But some people don't have that luxury. So we always need more people to sign up. If you come by the station at the wagon, when you walk in on the tailboard of it, there are actually applications. There are no requirements. Just basically be able to pass a criminal background check. And
What about a psychological?
we don't say you
Oh,
have to
good.
be a little. You
I
have to be
might
a
be
little
able
crazy.
to do this
You can
now.
do it then.
You have to be a little crazy to run into a burning building for free.
There you go.
That's-
Yeah.
You do have a point there.
You
Yeah.
pass.
I was gonna apply to LPD, but Jody told me that they have a psych
Yeah, they do.
exam that you got to take.
They're a
So,
little more technical.
yeah, put the kibosh
Yeah,
on
and
that.
I think you have to do something like exercise.
What? Not for the fire department, do you?
Not for the volunteer
You-
side. The
There
city
you
side,
go.
yes.
You hire fat people?
We'll hire anybody as long as
Okay.
they have a clean criminal
And-
background.
Right. I think I'm a shoe-in. I'm not quite 71. I am fat, and I can't pass a psych eval. I'm a shoo-in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is perfect for you.
Right. All right. Anything else we need to chat about?
The ceremony will start at noon on Saturday, June 8th. We recommend everyone in the county, even if they're not a part of this county, to come out and check out the truck, see the ceremony, see our station.
I like to check out that station. I've noticed the wagon in there, but I just thought it was.
No, it's not. It actually was in service.
I didn't even know that was actually part of the Lampasas Fire Department.
We actually have our original. It's a Mack fire truck. It's a 1972. That's still in the station. We still own it.
Wow.
It's not in service anymore. Of course, it's retired.
Yeah.
But we're looking at restoring it or putting it in one of the Lampasas museums, one of the two.
Either way, that'd be really cool. The food. What does it cost to?
It's free. Absolutely free. There's no cost to the public. It's just come on, bring your family, come hungry. The ceremony will kick off at noon. Food will be ready to serve at 11:15. And we definitely hope that everyone can come out if you're able.
Outstanding.
Sounds
All right,
like a
appreciate
great
it.
event.
When's your next fundraiser coming up?
We don't have a set date for next fundraiser. As soon as we have a date, I'll get it out to everybody on what we're doing and when the date is.
Okay. Lieutenant Tanner Steele from the Lampasas Volunteer Fire Department next Saturday.
Correct.
At,
June 8th.
at noon.
Yes, sir.
Well, 11:15 if you want to eat.
11:15 if you want
Right.
to eat.
11:15 if you want to eat.
And then the push-in is at noon.
Commences at noon.
Okay.
It'll the speech and everything. As soon as the push-in is done, as soon as the speeches and everything are done, then the truck gets pushed in.
All right. Then all the kids can climb on it, and then
They can play with all the tools. They can even spray some water if they want
Okay,
to.
this sounds so much
watch.
fun.
Yeah, you take your kids over there.
Yeah,
All 14 of them.
I know.
Okay. All right, Lieutenant Steele, we appreciate you
Yes,
coming
sir.
in.
I appreciate y'all
And
having me.
don't be a stranger. Anything else that you need to talk about, just pick up the phone, give us a call.
I want to thank Todd Burkett, Captain Burkett.
Todd.
With Kempner Volunteer Fire Department, he made sure to give me your point of contact. Of course, since I was with Kempner for 6 years before I came here, me and him have a great relationship.
Good.
Yeah, I
Good.
like
So
Todd.
I reached out to him. He gave me y'all's information, and then I definitely appreciate him and y'all for having me.
Hey,
Thank you.
come back anytime, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir.
All right, we appreciate it. 8:36, 24 before 9. The Lampasas Real Country. Today's hits, yesterday's favorites. Good morning.
Ken and Casey in the morning, the real life version of the Looney Tunes. Lampasas Real Country on iHeartRadio.
Are you starting to feel the Texas heat creeping back in? Don't sweat it. You have Texair HVAC in Lampasas. For over 20 years, Texair has been keeping families comfortable in the Lampasas, San Saba, and Burnett areas.
Sweating like a politician in a truth serum factory? Well, look no further. We put our customers first, ensuring your house has a 100% working unit. Whether it's air conditioning, heating, or electrical needs, Texair has you covered.
Hello?
Wait. If you voted for Biden, call someone else. Check us out online today at TexairHVACinc.com.
Texair HVAC, where comfort meets quality.
Log Cabin Cafe in Kempner, Texas is an American-style restaurant, the ideal destination. Enjoy fresh made-to-order dishes like their chicken fried steak and mouth-watering BLTs. It's all served with a smile because the